afternoon, everyone. My name is Adam Bonarek, and I currently serve as the Director of Operations for our township. And on a personal note, as a former Parks Commissioner, I just have to say how great it is to see this facility opening today. Thank you all so much for being here. Clearly, we underestimated a little bit how many people wanted to see the ribbon cutting. I'm sure our speakers this afternoon will take that into account in their remarks. I hope, right? Before I turn it over to our first speaker, I do want to recognize our various dignitaries who are in attendance. We are joined this afternoon by the Wayne County Executive, Mr. Warren Evans. We are joined by our State Senator, Mary Cavanaugh. We have with us both of our state representatives, Stephanie Young and Lori Pahutsky. Several past and current Parks Commissioners, if you could stand and be recognized. And we have a gentleman visiting us from the city of Northville. Please welcome the Mayor of Northville, Brian Turnbull. With that, for her opening remarks, I'm going to turn it over to a woman who has already spent more hours in this building than I care to think of. Please welcome to the podium your Director of Leisure Services, Teresa Stokes.
I wasn't planning on crying, of course, but first I just want to say thank you to everybody that is here. This is such a tremendous showing, and there are so many people that made this possible. I said I wasn't going to do this. Okay, but first and foremost, I'm going to keep mine very short. This is absolutely the most wonderful township. I have grown up in here. This is the love of my entire life. My kids have grown here. Some of my very best friends still live and work with me, so I'm a very fortunate person to be able to still be here after 25 years. So thank you to everybody. I know. But it is true, without so many people helping out here, this would not be possible. So when you go through and take a tour today, we really hope that you see the time, the energy, the effort that several people have put in, not only on our team, but also in the community as well. From your suggestions, your ideas, your thoughts, things will be changing. We will be adding classes that you love, that you want to see. So with that, I just want to introduce my personal team first. And it's George Carderas is our facility manager here. We have Sam Fox, who's our program manager. Ty Bugby is one of our newest members. He is a recreation coordinator. I want to thank everyone that helped fund this project, our township board for having the trust, the vision, the willing to move this forward and basically have that trust in us to bring that to you here in Redford Township. So I'm going to turn this over to Pat, and he's going to introduce the bigger team.
Well, give me a second. I got to put my eyeballs on. I guess first off, I just want to say, just from what you've seen already, this is a marvelous building. And when you take the tour, every time you turn the corner, you'll be amazed at the things that this group was able to do for the citizens of Redford Township. So good afternoon. We started this project back in February of 22. So this is pretty close to 4 years that this has been going on. From design to setup to putting things down to a lot of heartache and a lot of happiness. It all goes together. This is a $21.5 million facility. This is also historic, not because it's old or it's a unique location, because it's the only building that's been built in Redford Township that has had no tax increase and no bond. So that's a big deal. And as far as recreation goes, the last time the township was able to put up a facility for recreation was the ice arena that many of you may know there is there, or may not know it's there. but that was over 50 years ago. So this is a really big deal. When we get ready to start something like this, we have to have a vision. And the Board of Trustees had the vision, they supported the vision, and they worked hard to make sure that they made the appropriate votes to make this happen. So today, I have the Board of Trustees here, and Carla Sanders, clerk. Lily Kavanaugh, treasurer. Linda Jackson, trustee. Ed King, trustee. Trustee Kim Taylor. And Trustee Gabriel Reese. It's good to have the vision, but then it takes money to make things happen here. And we were fortunate enough to partner with Wayne County, the state, and federal government to make this happen. And you will hear from all of them later in this program because they're here and they're as happy as we are, or maybe more. We also had the township team. And you you first saw Teresa get up here and almost cry, but she will before it's over. I cannot say enough after going through this to express to you my full appreciation of Director Stokes, Teresa Stokes, for what she's done, because I watched what she's done and I decided I'm never building a new house, never. But she's been here, she has fought for the project, she's babysat, she spent hours and hours here that probably nobody else would do, and I cannot say enough good things about our director, Teresa Stokes, so please give her some applause. So it wasn't just the great leadership of Teresa. We had a group from the township, and that included Adam Bonerack, Central Operations Director, Michelle Mancini, Community and Economic Director, Mike Dennis, Public Service Director, George Kardaris, I'm close, George, right? Where are you at, George? Oh, good, he didn't hear it. So yeah, I did a good job on his name, yes. And I was on the team as well. We also had to have the right people to work with. And we were very fortunate to have Robert Stempian as our owner's representative. He was great, and he still is great. We're buttoning things down as we go, but he's been really good. Our general contractor, Frank Rewald and Sons, extraordinary group of people. They are driven, they're hard workers, and I wouldn't have a problem recommending them to anybody. And we also had HED, who is an architecture and engineering company that worked with us. So with the three sets of the teams, when we first started, we all met in a room together to minimize any mistakes, to make sure we changed things to save money before we got into it and had to tear things apart. So if anybody's gonna do something like this, that's the way to go. Have everybody in the room at the same time. This is just not a beautiful project. This is a way of life that we haven't had here in the township. This will serve our residents for years to come. And I can say that we are finishing this project within budget and maybe below, but right now we can pretty confidently say that we're going to finish in budget, and that doesn't happen all the time either. So finally, I just want to thank you for coming and thank you for choosing Redford Township as your home. And at this time, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce our county executive who has been with us on this travel the whole way, Wayne County Executive Warren Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is one of those things you enjoy coming to. There's a whole lot of stuff that we do as elected officials on a regular basis that doesn't pull at our hearts like something that is really good for a township. And for Redford, this is big, I want to thank our people, Anthony Cartwright, Lucius Anthony from our economic development team. One of the things I told him a long time ago is this whole idea of kind of us freelancing and everyone freelancing on their own doesn't get stuff done. We're supposed to be team players. And what we need to do is assist what townships are trying to get done. It's also nice when it correlates with stuff that the county wants to get done too, which is, I mean, I'm big on parks. I'm big on, and the older I get, the bigger I get on parks, because I thought they were just for fun to run around. I didn't realize how much they help both your physical and your mental health. And this facility will do all of that. But I also want to thank Pat, the township supervisor, because those working relationships are important. And that's really what this job is about, creating working relationships. And I've been with the county so long, I remember when it was big me, little you. And that never gets stuff done. That's never been my way of doing business. But this is really, really tremendous. And I can feel the excitement and the passion in the room. And I guess that's what makes it so exciting. You can kind of feel that little edge in here that everybody's saying, we finally got here. County is happy to put in the $6.5 million that we have, but I mean, that's just a part of the project. But the nice thing about Wayne County to me is we got 43 different distinct communities. And each one should be different, and each one should have its own character. And what makes the overall character of the county solid is all of those diverse communities and the importance that the county puts in making sure those communities have critical things that they need. And so I'm really excited. When I took this job, 11, 12 years ago, we didn't have enough money to pay payroll next week. Now the county's solid. AA bond rating. It allows us to be able to do things that we couldn't even contemplate doing before. And so people keep asking, you know, well, what's good about that? What's good about that is it allows me to borrow at less of an interest rate, so I have more money to use to go into things that are really important to the County of Wayne. So I'm as excited as Pat is. I'm excited as all of you Redford Township residents and employees are. And just know that, you know, that hopefully this is not the last big project. And we're there to try to make this county a county that people want to come, live in, and work in. And this is one of the ways that you do this. You know, recreational activities, and having a nice, shiny new building with great programming, and a director that's so passionate, we have to give her. That's a big plus. That's important. That tells us how committed you are to this project. And so thank you very much. Pat, did I give the mic back to you? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mr. Warren Evans, everyone. As you've heard already, this project would not have been possible without support at the local, county, state, and federal levels. To speak more about that, please welcome our state senator, Mary Cavanaugh.
Thank you, Adam. I can't stop smiling. I'm so excited. I just cannot wait for what this means for all of our residents. Even that includes myself. Okay, so good afternoon, and thank you very much. My name is Mary Cavanaugh, if I have yet to meet you. I am the state senator for Senate District 6, so that includes a large portion of Livonia, Farmington Hills, and all of Redford Township, as well as Farmington and Northwest Detroit. So first, I do want to thank everyone that made this possible, including the leaders and staff of Redford Township and Project. We would not be standing here today without your commitment. In addition, thank you, Wayne County Executive Warren Evans, the Wayne County Commission, and Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib for being strong partners in making this investment possible. I also want to recognize my partners in the legislature, our state representatives, as we heard before, Representative Young and Bohetsky. Thank you for your collaboration, your support, and advocacy for this project in our state house. I was able to champion this in the Senate. None of this would be possible without bicameral support, so I thank you guys. This center will help seniors stay active, healthy, and connected. It will give families and kids a safe, welcoming space to gather and build lifelong healthy habits. It will create opportunity for community connection, improve quality of life, and represent residents living longer, healthier lives. And I don't yet have a family, but I'm very excited for this to be a pathway to a future family that I may have. The Wellness Center shows what is possible when we prioritize prevention, wellness, and community. I remain committed to continuing to work, bringing resources home, securing funding that truly serves our community for generations to come. Thank you again for the partnership and continued investment in the beautiful township that I like to call home. I can't wait to see the center filled with life, activity, and community, and most importantly, music. And congratulations, Redford Township, on this incredible milestone.
Thank you, Senator Kavanaugh. Next, after what I know has been a whirlwind day as she just flew back in from DC, please welcome our Congresswoman, Representative Tlaib.
Thank you so much. I was just telling our amazing executive, every time I land, I hear his voice throughout the airport. Every week, twice a week. So, but it does make me feel at home, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much to the incredible leadership of our amazing Redford Township Supervisor. Please give it a round of applause to Pat McCray. I want you all to know when we put in community-funded projects, these are earmarks, really, direct funding for our communities. We have to work with our local municipalities, and they get to choose what the priorities are for the city, and he chose this as a priority. And his team has been wonderful to work with. I can't thank enough my team, Larissa Richardson, who worked really hard with the subcommittee to get this through. And we got $2 million of federal funding directly for this project. We call it a wellness center. I was telling Representative Bohetsky, we can't call it a rec center on the federal government. So when you see me call it a wellness center, you understand that's why because I'm traditional. I grew up in the 80s, 90s. We called them rec centers. But this is a wellness center. And I just want you to know, you all deserve this. You all deserve this. And always think, again, pushing back against those that say, oh, we don't have money for this and that. I watch them. They spend a lot of money, y'all, on things that we all don't need. But we deserve a wellness center in our community in Redford Township. So I'm super proud and so grateful that we got the $2 million in there, and of course the incredible partnership with all levels of government. And it's amazing to work with Senator Kavanaugh. She's my senator too. And of course, Representative Bohetsky and my representative, Representative Stephanie Young. But I'm going to give you a quick certificate if I can. Pat, I was like, where's Pat? So all of our Redford Township trustees and to our families, and you should see Pat, people are just all out in the door. Enjoy this facility. It is yours. If anything, we're going to continue to create spaces for our families. This is what they deserve. And like Mary says, we always think of our kids too, kids in their community to have a space like this. I grew up going to Patton Park in Southwest Detroit, and all of those memories come with me every single day. Certain things remind me again of those experiences. But congratulations, Redford Township.
All right, that concludes the formal speakers for our program. So next we are on to the most important part, which is the actual cutting of the ribbon, and then the open house will begin.
1, 2, 3. Yay, trees. Oh, come on. Yay, trees. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. Okay.